Promises made, promises kept. I said you'd be my first sit-down interview, and here we are.
Here we are. Cheers. Now, I know you just got back from orientation in DC. Tell us about that.
Could have been an email. No, all joking aside, it's a lot of information thrown at you. There's a lot that goes on throughout this process, and I understand that there's that necessity to bond the incoming freshmen, and they try to make this as bipartisan as possible, but then the two conferences, pull us apart.
Did you meet anyone that you maybe didn't expect to have a bond with, that you bonded with when you were there?
So, the first thing at hand is, even as a Republican, Nancy Pelosi, the speaker, had that historic announcement, and politically we couldn't be on further different ends of the spectrum. But it is a humbling moment to be in the presence of the speaker, whoever that person is. And this is the third ranking member in our federal government. This is a person who, obviously, I respect her office. My heart goes out to her and her family after what happened to her husband. Don't wish ill upon anybody, especially anybody elected to office. But it was very humbling, and at the same time it was kind of good because she's stepping down as speaker because of me. So, because of people like me who worked really hard. So it's a bittersweet situation there, but very humbling. Bye, Nancy. Thank you.
You have this business background, but no political experience. Yeah. So talk to us a little bit about that, how bringing a business mind into Congress, if it's important.
I think it's desperately needed, right? Look, Congress hasn't been operating like somebody who lives off of a maxed out credit card. Right? It's our responsibility to control the purse string. So cut the card. I'm not saying cut the programs, cut anything. I'm just saying cut the card as in be responsible. Make sure that every bill that's passed is done in a responsible, fiscal, conservative way. Because if we keep going in the direction we are, our kids, Skye, our grandkids will not have the same opportunities you and I had and our generation had. We'll be the last generation with the opportunity to success in this country. That needs to end. We need to make sure that people understand that fiscal responsibility means longevity for our society and for our kids and opportunities so that they can experience the American dream.
What can you do differently for Long Island now that you're in the seat of power in Congress?
Well, I look at it this way. I'm in a seat of representation, right? I want to represent the issues that we face. Number one, public safety. Big issue, right? And that issue is parallel and attributed to New York City. So there's no way to fix the crime on Long Island without having those conversations with New York City and the NYPD and Mayor Adams. And obviously, Bruce Blakeman in Nassau County. I mean, that's a no-brainer of a partnership, and we're going to deliver great things for the people of Nassau between Anthony, myself, and Bruce. But we also have to work with Adams.
Right.
And we got to give him a shot. Let's reinstate plainclothes units. Let's break up organized crime. Let's end this pandemic on our city so that we can go into Target and pick our gum out of the shelf instead of out of a lockbox, or hairspray. I mean, everything's in showcase in the city right now. So that causes businesses to have higher costs of doing business, lower revenue, lower hiring, lower expansion. So that's trickled down in the worst way of down that can be. It's the expenses are just disengaging workers rather than creating opportunities.
Right.
I look very much forward to making sure that I along with Nicole Malley-Takis, we can deliver the resources to the NYPD so that we can be successful for this whole city and this entire district.
And your Democrat partners as well?
100%. If they're willing to come to the table, let's do it. I don't know why they haven't done it yet, but let's just let the Republicans run this one and they can join. We'll run point on this operation. You're welcome to join if you choose to.
Let's talk a little bit about LGBTQ, the gay agenda. You're the first openly gay Republican now in Congress, and the overarching idea, right, nationally from the Republican Party is that they're more conservative when it comes to some of these values. How can you change that momentum now that we have in Congress?
The reality is it's already changing. It's already there. The seed's there. The fact that I was unanimously endorsed not once, but 2 times in a row to run as the Republican candidate for this seat and succeeded, and I had support from Republicans in Congress and nationally, just tells you that there is a small portion of our party that is still not there yet, but just like on the other side of the aisle, they also have their issues. on anti-Semitism, for instance. So these are issues that need to be addressed regardless. It's a matter of let's together build our party to become, every party, in my opinion, to become a place of tolerance and acceptance for everybody on any side of any spectrum, right? I think the Democrats have a lot to do with on their front, especially with the anti-Semitism issues that they're facing in their own ranks, and we can do better with the gay and lesbian rights issues that we face in our party. But again, noting that we've already started to do that naturally. I'm not going there with an agenda because that's not my agenda. I'm there, I'm accepted, I have a voice, and I'm there to stay. So that's what matters.